Oh yeah, this is it's not a wild camping video. It's well, it's just getting out. We're in lockdown 2 now, and I've recently purchased a new tent, so I've just wanted to walk locally. I'm going to pitch it up for the first time, just to see what it's like. I bought the Hilleberg Anaris. I'm probably not going to use it until the spring or summer, but I bought it now because you just can't get the tents anywhere, so I kind of striked while the iron was hot. Anyway, I'm going to put it up and I'll bring you back and let you have a look at it. I'll put it up. It needs a bit of a tune up, you know, pitching wise, but from taking it out of my bag to getting to this stage probably took me about 4 minutes. It's a lot easier than to put up than I've heard, you know. But I read, obviously you do a lot of research before you buy a tent, but you know, the reviews were quite harsh when it comes to the difficulty of putting it up. But to be fair, I've not found that. I thought it was quite easy. I'm using my wife's walking poles there, cheap old carbon poles. I just went to get mine out and out the shed, and they were no good. So I need a new pair of poles. But okay, that's I've opened one of the doors. It's exactly the same on each side. The space inside is more than I thought it was going to be, I'll be honest. It's easily a 2-man tent, and you can lay down in it. I thought if I laid down, the top would touch my head. That's what one of my concerns were, but it actually doesn't. There's plenty of headroom in there, believe it or not. And I'm sure that, you know, when I pitched it a couple of times, I'll have mastered it. But I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. It's just ideal, actually. You know, for summer and spring, it's airy and you can fold it all back, and the inner tent is big, and yeah, I like that. The quality is what you expect from a Hilleberg. Weight wise, yeah, I mean, gosh, you know, these arguments about it being it's not an ultralight tent because it weighs more than 600 grams or whatever. But I'm not an ultralight camper. I just like to go out, and I just wanted something for the spring and summer. You see at the back there, look, I've probably not pegged that out properly. It's a bit slack. Maybe lift the rear pole up a little bit, but I'm not going to go into detail now. I just wanted to put it up and have a look. Oh yeah, and I'm really, really happy with this. Really happy with this. Perhaps if there's some tension. See, you're supposed to line these guys' ropes up with the pole. Probably not quite done that. Have we done it on this side? No, probably not. Probably not. Right, inside, there is loads and loads of space. There really is lots of space. And the head height, which is it's a big deal for me. I like to have plenty of room in my tent so I can, you know, store my stuff and do my thing. And there's plenty of stuff here. Plenty of space. It's not letting me. My camera's fixed onto my face, so if I move my camera around, it stays on me. But the vestibules are big. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect the size that they are. But I have got it off at ground a little bit. Let me just show you. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of this gap there underneath. But you know what? If I'm only going to use this in the spring or the summer, so it doesn't make any difference really. You know, you've got a lot of ventilation. I'm happy with this. In fact, that's an understatement. I'm really happy with this. This is a decent tent. Anyway, it was just a 5-minute pitch up, now just to have a look at it. Wow. No, I'm impressed. I was impressed with the weight. It comes in at 1.4. It comes in at 1.4 kilos, which I thought was a bit. Well, it's not an ultralight tent, so it's not like that. But compared to my other tents, this is really, really light. But it's not in your ultralight, you know, cutting labels off kind of, you know, the circuit that people do. I don't. It's not me. I don't get that. But you know, power to them that do. Well, there's a couple of places to hang my lights up and that. Loads and loads of space, and it's not actually the footprint of it all isn't as big as I thought it would be. So, because I thought I'd be limited to where I could pitch it, but you know, it doesn't seem that way. So, just get me. Oh, that's it. Yeah, so it doesn't seem that way. So yeah, I'm going to pack it. I need to get some new poles now. I've just been to get mine out, and mine are rubbish. They've oxidised all over. I probably shouldn't have left them out, but in the shed. But I'll have to get some new ones. They were lecky, but I have had them about 10 years, so things don't last forever, do they? Apart from Hillebergs, obviously. Anyway, I'm going to take it down, and I'll catch you later. Hopefully on my next wild camp, but when that's going to be, who knows? I am suffering a bit with. I've been diagnosed with long COVID, and that's having a massive effect on my health. And getting out and that, but I start a rehabilitation clinic in January, so hopefully that'll sort me out. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with this. Understatement. I'm really chuffed. Yeah, obviously I put it up on a nice windless day. There's just a very, very slight breeze, but I think, you know, even if you put it when it was a bit windy, I can't see it being much of a problem, because you peg out the 4 corners before you put the pole in, and once you've got the pole in, you just stretch it out and it's going nowhere. So you can walk around and put the other pole in. So yeah. So I'm really, really pleased with it, and I can see why the people that do have it like it. There's one Dutch guy mentioned that the zipper on the inner only goes one way. True, and I probably wouldn't have. I'd have probably had a double zipper on it, you know. But you know, it doesn't. The few grams don't bother me, but they might bother other people. So I do see where the designers are coming from. I don't think it'll ever fit in the really ultralight market. But for me, who I'm used to carrying a Nallo 2 GT around with me, this is ultralight. I'm telling you, this is. You know, I'm used to carrying nearly 3 kilos, and this is 1.4, and you don't even know you're carrying it. And you know, the people say, you've got to carry poles as well, but I carry poles anyway. So having to carry hiking poles, trekking poles, is not an issue for me, because I do it anyway. Whether I'm carrying a tent with poles or a tent without poles, you know, I take my trekking pole. So that really isn't an issue. Anyway, I'm going to pack it up and get back, get dinner on. I do look forward to using it, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be the spring probably before I use it. I bet you could use it in the winter. I bet you could. It's the wind that, you know, you've got to. I don't know. Let me have a look. So I am now. Let's pull that down. So grab hold of that, and it does feel quite sturdy. It actually does. It actually does feel quite sturdy. I can imagine it being a bit flappy in the wind. But my other ones are. I don't know. I might be tempted to take it forward, because you can, if you shorten the poles, you can get the edges right down to the ground. But just get a decent sleeping bag, I think. Yeah, that's it. All done. I'm packing it up and I'm going to go home. Thanks for watching.